Not all enemies announce themselves. Some laugh with you, eat with you, and slowly undermine you. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the part of a person they refuse to face, and often it shows up in the way they treat you. If you've ever felt like something wasn't right, even when everyone said it was, this video will show you exactly what your subconscious already knows. Here are 7 signs someone close to you secretly hates you. Sign number 1. Contempt in disguise. They don't confront you, they erode you, not through arguments, but through clever jokes that sting just enough to leave a scar. It sounds like humor, but it feels like disrespect. You're sitting at a table. You say something you're proud of, and they cut in with, "Oh, look who thinks he's got it all figured out. Wow, big man now, huh?" Everyone laughs. You laugh too, but something inside you tightens. These aren't isolated comments. They're part of a pattern, and the pattern is mockery with plausible deniability. When you question it, they act surprised, even offended. It was just a joke. Don't be so dramatic. You're imagining things, but you're not. Because real jokes don't leave you questioning your worth. Carl Jung taught that the things people refuse to admit about themselves don't go away. They come out sideways, through sarcasm, through smirks, through passive cruelty masked as fun. They may envy your growth, your confidence, your discipline, but they won't say it. So instead, they chip away at it. And here's the truth most people ignore. Contempt is never harmless. It's the shadow of hatred, just spoken with a laugh. Sign number 2. Sabotage that looks like support. Not all sabotage is loud. The most dangerous kind wears a face of a friend. These are the people who nod when you speak of your dreams. But behind closed doors, their actions quietly undermine them. You'll hear, "That sounds cool, but have you really thought it through?" Don't get your hopes up. And then things start to happen. Subtle things. They forget to send you the info you asked for. They accidentally give you the wrong time. They wait until the last minute to give you something you needed days ago. At first, you make excuses for them. They're just disorganized. They didn't mean it. But as time passes, a pattern forms, and it always seems to happen right when something important is on the line. Carl Jung warned of the danger of projection. When someone refuses to confront their own failures, they unconsciously sabotage others to avoid facing their own inadequacy. Your progress becomes unbearable to them, not because of what you're doing, but because of what it says about them. So they play the helpful friend, the loyal listener, but their advice keeps you stuck. And their concern? It's just control in disguise. Real friends challenge you to rise. Fake ones make sure you never get too far ahead. Sign number 3, silent competition. They don't clap when you win. They calculate how to outdo you. You get a promotion. They suddenly mention how they almost got one too. You start improving your fitness, your finances, your mindset, and they subtly one-up you. I've been doing that for years. You should have started sooner. This isn't celebration. This is a scoreboard they never told you existed. The worst part? They rarely do it openly. They don't brag, they compare. And every comparison is a quiet attempt to pull you back down to their level. Carl Jung said that the shadow holds what we fear to face, and often that includes the success of others. Your growth forces them to confront a version of themselves they're not becoming. And rather than evolve, they compete. They don't want to see you fail. Not exactly. They just can't handle you getting too far ahead. And this shows in the way they react to your wins. Quick topic changes. Passive praise. Subtle undermining dressed up as advice. True friends feel joy when you rise. False ones feel pressure. And the silence in their support reveals everything. Sign number 4. The illusion of support. They wear the mask of loyalty, but never show up in moments that count. When you're struggling, they say they're here if you need anything. But when you finally reach out, they're busy, exhausted, or they simply disappear. And when you win, they give you the kind of praise that feels forced, like they're reading it off a script. Oh, nice. Good for you, man. But there's no real energy behind it. No spark. No joy. You try to ignore it at first. You tell yourself you're overanalyzing. But then it happens again and again. They never seem to be around when something truly matters. They're not proud of you. They're polite. And there's a difference. Carl Jung spoke of ego dissociation, a psychological disconnect from real emotion. For some, genuine support is impossible because your happiness feels like their loss. They don't say it aloud. They don't need to. Their indifference is a language of its own. And the hardest part? You probably once cared deeply about this person, which makes their coldness feel personal, even when they pretend it's not. The people who truly love you will feel your joy as their own. Those who resent you won't feel anything at all. Sign number 5. Control disguised as care. They don't raise their voice. They don't give you ultimatums. They control you with concern. It starts with small comments. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Are you sure that's a smart move? Then comes a disguised authority. You should trust me. I know you better than you know yourself. Their words sound loving, protective, even wise. But pay attention to the aftertaste they leave behind. Every time they help you, you feel a little more unsure, a little more dependent, a little more like your decisions need to be approved. That's not protection. It's a slow erosion of autonomy. And here's the catch. They don't believe they're manipulating you. Jung said that those who cannot handle internal instability often try to create external order. So they organize your life, not because they understand it better, but because they can't face their own uncertainty. They need you to do it their way, because if you succeed without them, it proves they're not essential. This isn't love, it's emotional insurance, their way of staying relevant in your life. And the moment you start stepping into your own power, they'll respond with doubt, guilt, and subtle disapproval. Real love liberates. Manipulation wears the mask of guidance, but always tightens the leash. Sign number 6. Gossip as a weapon. They don't punch. They whisper. And what they whisper spreads like smoke in a room you thought was safe. It starts subtly. Someone avoids eye contact. Another one hesitates before speaking your name. You ask yourself, what changed? You replay conversations, but the betrayal didn't happen in front of you. It happened behind you. The person who says, "I've got your back," is the same one saying, "He's a bit unstable lately. Don't tell him I told you this, but..." And just like that, your name becomes currency in conversations you were never invited to. Carl Jung warned that when people fail to confront their own inadequacies, they project those shadows onto others. Gossip is how the insecure create the illusion of strength. It's a fragile ego trying to rewrite reality through rumors. And they'll tell themselves it's harmless. They'll justify it as concern. But you'll know the truth, not through their words, but through the silence that starts to surround you. If people's energy shifts, but nothing on your end has changed, someone has been editing your image. And they didn't use a mirror, they used a knife. Sign number 7, their body betrays them. They've mastered their words, but their body hasn't caught up. They say, "I'm so happy for you," but their smile arrives late and leaves too early. They say, "I'm proud of everything you've done," but they can't look you in the eye. Jung once said that the body is the unconscious made visible, and it's true, because the body remembers what the mouth tries to forget. That fleeting moment, that flicker of tension, that micro-expression they hope you didn't notice. That is the truth. Their tone tightens when you speak about your growth. Their posture shifts when others praise you. Their silence hangs a little too long when they should have celebrated with you. It's not paranoia, it's pattern. The human face can tell 10,000 lies, but the nervous system, it tells only one story. And here's what most people ignore. Long before you figure it out, your gut already has. You don't need proof. You feel it in the way the air changes when you walk into the room, and how your energy contracts around them. Something inside you starts whispering, "This person doesn't want me to win." And if your nervous system winces every time they offer love, then it was never love at all. It was resentment, masked, polished, but never fully hidden. The truth is, hatred rarely walks through the front door. It enters through a handshake, a joke, a glance. And if you've seen even one of these signs in someone close to you, don't ignore it. Jung said that people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. And when someone refuses to face theirs, they'll try to damage yours. So pay attention, not to their words, but to the space between the words. Because hatred doesn't need a confession. It just needs an audience that refuses to look closer. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more Stoic wisdom. See you in the next video.